again, this is Newfoundland and Labrador Studies 2205. This is Unit 3, The Country Grows. I'm Miss Fleming, your instructor for this course, and this is Section 5, Lesson 1, Video 1, Theatre through the First Half of the 20th Century. The act of crafting stories with others through drama dates back to indigenous peoples and to ancient Athens. Sometimes a story is improvised and performed immediately, which is usually called improv, or it could be scripted and rehearsed. Playwrights carefully write scripts to be performed for entertainment and to tell the truth and insights about the world. Written theatre, or drama as it's usually preferred, is integral to the Newfoundland and Labrador culture. First, let's talk about mummering and what's called the skits. The earliest form of skits were performed in outport kitchens and parlours. A skit is an informal theatrical performance and is usually shorter in nature. Sometimes people confuse a skit and a play, but a skit, remember, is informal and is usually short, while a play is more formal, more rehearsed, and is a bit longer. These early performances were derived from European plays and scraps of verses called the rhymes. People would dress up to visit neighbors' homes to perform the rhymes during the 12 days of Christmas. And this theatrical form eventually evolved into mummering, or as some people call it, jannying, which has been a pivotal Christmas tradition. While the rhymes may have disappeared, people still dressed up, performed music, and danced, looking for a treat and a drink. Now let's talk about theatre from the outside world. As settlers became more established, churches and school halls became forums for community concerts. These variety concerts included songs, dialogues, recitations, and occasionally short sketches or skits brought in from the outside world. During the 19th century, much of the professional theatre performed in the colony was from the United States, Canada, and England. But the first mention of professional actors in Newfoundland was in colonial records in 1806. And then, in 1843, the first well-known script of local origin was performed. It was called Gentleman Grey, or The British Soldier, by Thomas Watson. However, due to restrictions, it would be another 50 years before there was another record of more local theatre being produced. Lastly, for this video, I wanted to talk about the St. John's Players and the Provincial Drama Festival. In 1937, Grace Butt called a meeting at her St. John's home and formed the St. John's Players. That's who's depicted in the photo on the right. As a writer, she wanted to write scripts about her own culture. This movement grew with the establishment of the Provincial Drama Festival in 1949, which attracted award-winning productions from the Makomi Players from Happy Valley Goose Bay and the Nunatsiamut Players from Nain, along with other amateur theatre troupes throughout the island. Over the years, wonderful stories have been performed at the festival by local playwrights Ted Russell, Tom Cale, Michael Cook, Nell Pittman. Of course, this is just to name a few. The Provincial Drama Festival still happens every year, and if you ever get the chance to see some of these shows, they're usually in the spring of the year. I highly suggest you do so. It's a wonderful experience. So now it's time to continue to the next video. I'm going to ask you to please take a break if you need one, as always. Have a stretch, rest your eyes, and I'll see you in the next one.